Alrighty, good afternoon, folks. Welcome to West Point Park softball field here on this beautiful Friday afternoon, where your Point University Skyhawks will be taking on the Nighthawks of Thomas University. I'm your co-host Roman Jones. With me here is assistant coach Gene Bowles. How you doing today, my man?
Doing great today. It's a beautiful day here in West Point, Georgia. I mean, just a little chilly today. It's going to be a little bit warmer tomorrow, but 49 degrees. We got 9-mile-per-hour winds coming out of the northwest today to start the game for the Point Skyhawks against the Thomas University Nighthawks in the Southern States, and we'll see them. I'm sorry, they're both moving to Southern States next year.
They will be.
They're both moving to Southern States. So in the circle for the Skyhawks is going to be we have Mary Michael Burnham, who is 1-1 on the season in her 3 outings with 12 innings pitched, and she struck out 7. Looking for a good outing today to start off game 1. This is a stout lineup coming in with girls from all over the country. We were talking about this pregame. We got the leadoff coming from Chattanooga, Tennessee, 2-hole hitters coming from Georgia, 3-hole hitters from Florida, California, New Mexico, Florida, Georgia, California, and they're pitchers from Georgia. So, this team's got them from all over.
Yes.
Looking for a good game for our Skyhawks, for our Lady Skyhawks, and leading off.
First for the Nighthawks, number 1, Avery Shepard.
And we have Avery Shepard. She's going to be coming in from Notre Dame High School in Chattanooga, Tennessee. I know that school very well. They play against some good schools in the Chattanooga area. So she's coming in, hit .412 this season.
Ooh, .412, all right. All right, as we await the 0-0 pitch here from Miss Burnham.
And she's going to show bunt, and that's going to be a called ball outside, 1-0. And now Avery's coming in with a .412 batting average and 17 at bat. She's got a double and a triple and 6 RBI, slugging .588 on the season so far. Called strike outside corner, 1-1.
This will be the second doubleheader for the Skyhawks of this week. Second at home. Tomorrow they have a rematch against Stillman, also a doubleheader. A lot of games so far this week. For
Absolutely. The 1-1 called for a ball, 2-1. So we're looking at the defense. Mary Michael Burnham's battery mate's going to be Gabrielle Raleigh catching. We have at first base, we have Knight. At second base, we have Wyatt. At third base, we have Coleman. And the 1-1 is put down to left field for a foul ball. It's going to bring it to 2-2. Your shortstop is Russell. Your left fielder is Griffin. Your center fielder is Liner. And your right fielder is Barnes. And your DP is going to be Lofton today for your Point Skyhawks. So, fans, if you're just turning in, sorry about the late start. We just had, with the pushback, we had a first pitch was at 3:45 today. The 2-2, and that's going to be a called strike 3 looking. Mary Michael gets the first out of the game.
Next to that for the Nighthawks, number 12, Holly Campbell.
Holly Campbell's going to step up in 2-hole. Shortstop hitting .439 on the young season. 429. She's got 2 doubles, RBI, and she's slugging .571.
It is a
Foul ball straight back.
ball.
So good start so far for the Skyhawks getting that first strikeout. Got 1 out with the 0-1 count coming to Holly Campbell.
So we'll await the 0-1 pitch here. That will be foul. Ooh, hit her coach there.
Ooh.
He ate that ball. Yeah.
Oh, Coach, that's Coach Sanders down there at first base. Jessica Sanders' dad, Ralph Sanders. Hope he's doing okay down there.
He ate that one. It took that like a champ, right on the shoulder.
So Holly Campbell from Lake Park, Georgia, transferred from Valdosta State with she barreled that one up foul though. We got an 0-2 count here.
That is sent. Gets past the second baseman, Kayla Wyatt there, as that will be a single base hit for Holly Campbell.
And our Haley Liner gets that ball back into the infield with one out, runner on first.
Nighthawks number 2, Addison Molden.
And that's going to bring in number 2, Addison Malden, the first baseman. So Addison Malden is hitting 400. So you got 3 400 hitters at 1, 2, and 3. Oh, yeah. She's got 4 doubles on the season, 2 RBIs, and slugging .667 on the young season. And pitch coming in from Mary Michael is a ball outside, 1-0. So Addison is from Jacksonville, Florida, away of Orange Park High School. She is a senior for the Nighthawks. Pitch coming in, ground ball to Tia Coleman. It's going to get underneath. So that's going to be an E5 right there. With runners on first and second, with your Point Skyhawks with 1 out in the top of the first, the Nighthawks. That's going to get a little confusing today. The Nighthawks are threatening here.
got some Hawks battling it out today here.
Now, Adriana comes away of California, so she's coming from Sacramento, California, senior.
That is a called strike. Sacramento, all the way out west.
All the way out west coming out here. And she's hitting 167 on the young season, but OPS is 500. Pitch coming in. And that's going to be taken for a ball, 1-1. Would love to see a double play here for the Lady Skyhawks. Pitch coming in from Mary Michael. And that's going to be a ball high, 2-1.
Here we go.
Your 2-1 pitch for Mary Michael. And that's going to be fouled.
Alrighty. Even count here.
Even the count here, 2-2. The 2-2 count. Killsworth's going to show bunt and pull back. Looks like it's going to be about a half ball off the plate. Full count.
Full count here. Alrighty. Just relax. You got it, Mary Michael. Don't. Still very early in this game. The Skyhawks. Last time out, they played on Wednesday against Clark Atlanta. Came out, struggled a little bit in that top of the first inning there, but eventually they pulled themselves together. Didn't allow a single run after that. Went on a
absolutely
with tear.
With a foul ball right there is going to keep us at 3-2. But you're absolutely correct. I mean, if they can get out of this unscathed, would be great. Another foul ball. We talk about confidence early in the game. If the Skyhawks can get out of this with no runs by the Nighthawks, that would be huge. The 3-2 coming into Adriana Killingsworth.
That is a walk.
That's going to be a ball low called by home plate umpire for a walk. It's going to load the bases. Gabrielle Riley's going to call time to go talk to her battery mate, Mary Michael Burnham. Try to settle her down a little bit.
Early game, just gotta play cool, gotta play calm.
So taking a look at some of the fans sitting out the outfield, they are bundled up today.
Oh yeah, no, that wind is no joke today. I mean, early in the morning, about 7 o'clock, it was 60. High 50s, and then I get ready to go and do my degree audit.
Yeah,
and it's 45 degrees outside. And
so if you're coming out for game 2, you better bundle up.
Yes, please bundle up. It's only gonna get colder from here. That is swing and a miss.
Looks like they're going to call that a foul ball to number 20, the 5-hitter, Jolene. Let's see. That's going to be Jalen Filipinato hitting 400 on the season.
What is that? 4 out of the first 5 hitters batting 400 or more.
Oh, it's a good lineup through the first 4 games of the season. 1-1 count after that ball. Pitch coming in. Ground ball, Tia Coleman. That's going to be another error. And the softball will find you here. So the big thing for Tia Coleman, just shake it off and be expecting for another ball coming her way. So on that, E5 is going to score a run here.
And now bases are loaded again with the Nighthawks.
And with the Nighthawks taking an early 1-0 lead, we're going to see Coach Jennifer Tyler coming out. Looks like she's going to make a change. She's going to bring in Sky Lofton. Looks like Sky Lofton's going to head over to play third base. I'm assuming Sky Lofton's going to play third and stay in the lineup in the 5-hole. And Tia Coleman's going to move to the DP and still hit in the 8th spot. So defensive substitution here in the top of the first after 2 errors.
Yeah, definitely want to stop this bleeding ASAP. Especially with a team as lethal as this one with hitting, and they got the bases loaded. A few misses here early on for the Skyhawks.
Now playing third base for the Skyhawks, number 16, Sky Lofton.
And we're back with 1 out. It's going to be a ball to number 17. Looks like Avea Nunez playing third base for the Nighthawks. She's hit .375 on the season.
That's a swing and a miss. We're even up the count here at 1-1. With 1 out.
Nunez has 3 hits on the season with 1 RBI.
That is hit straight into the outfield and is missed by Barnes. She throws it into the infield, and that will be 2 more.
So that's going to be a single, and it's going to score 2 there with the second runner scoring on that misfielded by the right fielder Mackenzie Barnes out there. So that's going to bring it to 3-0. Runners on the corners here with number 15, Elizabeth Soto, the second baseman, stepping up.
All righty, now here we go.
As Mary Michael looks for her signs, here's the pitch. It's going to be a foul ball right to, looks like head coach Jessica Sanders, coaching third base. Oh, 1 count coming in.
That is hit deep into right field and caught by Mackenzie Barnes as she tries to throw it into the infield to stop the score. However, they will score again, making it 4-0.
Yeah, so that's going to be a RBI sac fly for Elizabeth Soto right there, making it 4-0.
However, the Scouts do gain another out. They are at 2 outs with a runner on first.
So Grace Hodges is up to the dish.
If I'm reading our notes correctly, that says she's a 600 hitter.
And that's and that batting average is going to go up after another base hit for her 7th hit of the season. She is now 7 for 11 on the young season.
So that will be a RBI single for Grace Hodges.
Now batting for the Nighthawks, number 7.
The Nighthawks just rolling right through the batting lineup.
And they are at the 9 spot, so they have, unless something crazy happens on the base path here in between this at bat, I mean, they're going to hit around this inning. And going to be a called strike from home plate umpire, making it 0-1 on number 7, the center fielder, Haley Stewart. Haley Stewart coming in, hit .364 on the season. And she has the lone home run for the Nighthawks.
Really, you wouldn't, as that is called, that would be a foul ball. You wouldn't think it. I mean, I'm just like looking at all these batting averages. I'm like, man, they gotta have some home runs, but there's only one in this squad so far. But obviously the hitting capabilities are there for these ladies. That they are already on batter number 9.
And Haley Stewart coming in from Orangevale, California, Casa Roble High School, and she is a senior. Pitch coming in. Oh, ball outside.
Alrighty, 1-2 count here for Mary Michael. That is hit into the outfield.
Looks like that's going to get
right past
Alexis Griffin.
And that will be 2 runs as Sabrina Russell drops the pass from Alexis Griffin. And that would be a 2 RBI double there.
Looked like Grace Hodges pulled something coming around third base a little bit. See her holding her hamstring. Hope she's all right. That's going to flip the lineup over for the Nighthawks with Avery Shepard coming back up.
As Gabby Riley takes some time here to talk to her pitcher, Ms. Burnham, as we will actually get a pitching change to Ashlyn Ham at the top of the first inning here after 6 scores.
And we'll be back after these warm-up pitches. And now in the circle is going to be Ashlyn Ham for your Lady Skyhawks.
Now in the circle for the Skyhawks, number 6.
We'll say this.
Ham.
We are kind of down bad right now. However, we do have a plethora of pitchers.
Got about 7 or 8 of them.
7 or 8 of them, so.
And we haven't hit yet, so it's okay.
We haven't hit yet.
So Ashlyn Ham comes into the season with 4 appearances, 9 innings pitched. She's 1-0 and has 1 walk-in, 1 K. Another attempt bunt from Avery Shepard, just like her first at-bat. That's going to be a called ball. So her first at-bat ended with a strike 3 called. So she's 0 for 1 on the day.
So that would be a second ball call there.
2-0 on the batter, Avery Shepard. So if you're just joining us, we've already had a pitching change, a defensive change, and it's 6-0 here in the top of the first for the Nighthawks of Thomas University. Called strike, 2-1 count.
All right. Well, a little bit slow at the gate, you know. It's all right. These things happen. Just gotta get out of this one. If you're the Skyhawks.
And a called strike.
All right. 2-2 count here.
With 2 outs. I mean, I'd love to see another strikeout here. Yeah. And, let's get to our lineup. Pitch coming in from Ashlyn Ham.
And he swung at that one and missed, and that will be a strikeout for Ashlyn Ham as we finally
head to the bottom of the first with your Skyhawks down 6-0 to the Nighthawks.
Alrighty. After that, just offensive onslaught by the Nighthawks. We are now at the start of our hitting sequence for the game with number 12, Mackenzie Barnes.
And she was 3 for 4 last game, but she's going to be facing Amber Griffin in the circle for the Nighthawks of Thomas. She's 2-0 in the season with 12 innings pitched and a complete game.
Ooh. Alrighty.
Pitch coming in for a ball. And Mackenzie Barnes is going to wait the 1-0 from Amber Griffin. Ground ball to the shortstop. That's going to be a 6-3 put out for the first out of the bottom of the first.
Now, batter for the Skyhawks, number 14, Kayla White.
And that's going to bring up Kayla Wyatt, number 14, the second baseman who's from Montville, Alabama, way of Shelton State Community College.
Alrighty. Already one out. Let's see what Miss Wyatt can do.
And that's going to be a ball. So Kayla Wyatt on the season, she's got 4 doubles on the season, hit 227. She's a senior for your Lady Skyhawks. And that's going to be a called ball. Looks like it's 2-0 here with 1 out.
Yep.
Pitch coming in from Amber Griffin.
That will be
Called strike for 2-1. And if you can hear the chant from the Lady Skyhawks, sounds like they didn't like that call. Pitch coming in. Going to be another called strike from Kayla Wyatt.
that is
Going to be 2-2 count.
2 count here for Miss Kayla Wyatt, averaging 227 batting average so far in the season, as that is hit into the outfield and is dropped by the right fielder, and Kayla Wyatt will opt to stay on first base.
And that was, that right fielder was going out for that ball. It popped right in and out. But that's going to bring up number 22, the center fielder for the Skyhawks, Haley Liner.
Liner, yes. One of the more prolific hitters from last year's team.
Haley's hit .333 on the season with 5 RBIs and a double. She's also been she was a game winner already with a base hit and a sac fly.
Yes. In that first Clark Atlanta game.
And she's going to take a ball on the first pitch from Amber Griffin for 1-0. And Kayla Wyatt reached base safely. She's at first base after her hit to right field.
Gotta generate some momentum here for the Skyhawks.
Ooh, ground ball to the 5.5 hole. The shortstop's going to field it.
And
Kayla
that's Wyatt and Haley Liner are both safe.
No, she's out. That's going to be a 6-3 put out.
Wow.
Now, batter for the Skyhawks, number 26.
So we're now at 2 outs with 1 base runner, Kayla Wyatt, at second.
And that's going to bring up Taylor Knight. Taylor Knight coming in from Carrollton, Georgia, way of Andrew College, steps to the plate. She's hit .471 on the season with 3 RBIs and 3 doubles. Going to be a called strike. 0-1 count to Taylor Knight, first baseman for your Lady Skyhawks. And ball in the dirt. It's going to bring the count to 1-1.
Took a while to get it there. I thought Kayla Wyatt might have taken off there. She stays on second. So we now have a 1-1 count for Miss Knight.
Ooh, and ball outside in the left-hand batter's box, going to bring it to 2-1. 2 outs here for your Lady Skyhawks in the bottom of the first as they trail 6-0 to the Thomas Nighthawks.
So that is hit and gets right past the pitcher. That will be thrown to first for the third out of the inning. Your score after one, Nighthawks 6, Skyhawks 0.
At the end of the first inning,
And welcome back, Lady Skyhawks fans, as we head to the top of the second with your Lady Skyhawks down 6-0.
All right, so after one inning of just sitting here spectating, what did you see there from both sides there?
I mean, the biggest thing right now is the Lady Skyhawks need to put a 0 up this top of the second. First pitch coming in to Holly Campbell is a ball. Holly, last at bat, she's 1 for 1 on the day. She got the offense started last inning as the Nighthawks hit around in the first inning.
Yes, they did.
And that's going to be a called strike on Holly Campbell, 1-1. Pitch coming in from Ashley Ham. That's going to be a ground ball right past Kayla Wyatt to right fielder Mackenzie Barnes for a single.
now batting number 2, Addison Molden.
And Addison Molden comes up 0 for 1 on the day with a runner at first.
That will be a ball toward the inside.
It's nothing like having hot chocolate get poured during the middle of the game. So as we take this time, as Gabrielle Riley looks like she's going to tie her shoe here, give it a little time, and put her shin guard back on.
Yeah,
we've a 1-0 count.
Head producer spilling hot chocolate all over my co-host here.
She didn't get none on me. You're good. You're good. So we have Addison Malden, the senior from Jacksonville, Florida, stepping back up. Sounds like somebody's car alarm's going off.
I know. It's been going off for a minute now. That is hit to the third baseman, Sky Lofton, and she throws the first for the easy out.
And that's great to see that. So now we got this 5-3 put out right there. Would give us the first out here in the top of the second.
There you go. Looks like some spunk. It's coming alive here with the Skyhawks, at least defensively.
And pitch coming in. Looks like Andrina Killingsworth up to the bat, the DP. Ooh, and that's going to come up and in. So you don't really want to see somebody get hit by a pitch there, but what that provides, that's going to provide the double play to be intact. So
yes. Yeah, look at everything with the optimist perspective.
We
I like
are
that.
going to stay positive
Stay
right now
positive.
with it being down 6-0. We get a nice ground ball here would be great.
Next bat, number 20.
That's number 20, Jalen Villapando
0 for 1 on the day.
is up to bat here for the Nighthawks.
And
That is hit straight to Hamden out at first.
so that's going to be a 6-3 put out. It's really tough. So you see this in baseball and softball when the pitcher wants to make a play right there. And what happened, it's going to change the trajectory of the ball coming through. And as you saw Sabrina going to her left, she was able to regain herself and come back up and get that softball. Sometimes that could have been bases loaded right there for the Nighthawks, but it worked out for the Skyhawks. And pitch coming in is going to be a ball to number 17. Looks like Evan Nunez is up to the dish. 1 for 1 with 2 RBIs. Coming in from the Sunshine State of Florida.
So that will be another ball there, 2-0 count for Nunez.
So if you're Ham right here, you just want to, get a ground ball here and get your team back to the dugout.
Yeah, you definitely want to put up a nice little zero here, as that is a strike.
Looks like a little changeup piece coming in with the 2-1 count.
Runners on second and third here. As that is hit, a ground ball. And
We just talked about that. It's going to get
however,
tipped right to
that
Kayla
will be
Wyatt.
out.
4-3 put out to
4-3
end
put
the
out.
top of the second.
It worked out. It worked out.
It worked out.
Nice call there.
6-0 to the Nighthawks of Thomas as we head to a break. And welcome back to West Point, Georgia, as we head to the bottom of the second.
Number 16, Sky Lofton.
The
And-
substituted third base in there, Sky Lofton up the bat here for the Skyhawks.
She was the DP and now playing third base. So she's coming out to some Dolly Parton, look to get on base here.
Skyhawks down 6, but they did put up a very big zero there at the top of the second to hopefully get some momentum back on their side, as that is a strike.
And Sky Lofton's had a good early season so far. Hit 474. She's got a home run and 2 RBIs on the season with 9 hits. That's going to be a ball up, 1-1. And pitch coming in, the 1-1.
There's a ball outside. Make this count 2-1 here for Miss Lofton.
And Sky Lofton Jr. coming from LaGrange, Georgia, way of Southern Union Community College.
That is hit into the outfield and is dropped by the second baseman as Sky Lofton makes her way to first.
That was a great effort by Elizabeth Soto right there.
Nice over the head catch there. I mean, she tracks it down, receiver-esque, tracks it down and just just didn't complete the catch there, and
That's going to bring up number 4, Gabrielle Riley, to the dish, our catcher for today's game 1, with a runner on first and no outs for your Lady Skyhawks.
all right,
Pitch
here
coming
we
in from
go.
Amber Griffin.
That will be a strike.
Look like the catcher's looking at our runner at first a little bit. It's going to be a called strike, 0-1. Pitch coming in. Ball in the dirt. 1-1.
1-1 in the dirt.
So Gabrielle Riley's looking for a pitch she can handle right here. I'm sure she's trying to barrel something up right here.
Sky Lofton does make her way back to first.
After that attempt by the catcher to try to backpick her. Now, one thing, I like to have $1 for everybody who's got a blanket, a Snuggie, or some type of big coat on right now.
The outfield is full of them.
The outfield is full of them
We
today.
can't even see like the most near stands for the home and away team. I mean, just looking at the outfield.
And Gabrielle Riley takes a ball there, is going to bring it, looks like 3-1.
Mm-hmm.
And as you can look at, the flag is blowing towards center field, our flag out in left field. 3-1 count to Gabrielle Riley.
As that will be a
Ball in.
ball.
That's a great start to the bottom of the second for your Lady Skyhawks. That's going to bring up
Now batting for the Skyhawks, number 24.
Sabrina
number
Russell,
24,
shortstop.
Sabrina Russell, the shortstop. So have you heard that pause? If you're listening live, I wanted our PA announcer to make the announcement. If you guys could pick that up on the live feed. But number 24, Sabrina Russell, is going to step in the dish to face Amber Griffin.
Waiting the 0-0 pitch here with runners on second and first.
She's going to take a called strike. You know, would love to see Sabrina get hot right here. She's hitting 357, got 5 hits, but just 1 RBI. You know, would love to see her have a big fly right here and get,
Yeah,
you know,
get
big
the
old
Skyhawks-
homer, get 3 runs in.
You know, get the Skyhawks back in the game here. As that ball is in the dirt.
That's going to make it 2-0 on, 1-1 on Sabrina Russell. Tia Coleman waits the 2-1 from Amber Griffin. Ooh. Oh, wow.
He is
And
out.
the field umpire is going to call Sky Lofton out. So that's going to be a 2-5 put out there with a caught stealing.
Major play made there by the Thomas Nighthawks to get Sky Lofton.
It's just no reason to be that far off the bag or not to get back right there.
As that is hit and caught by the
Amber Griffin
Amber Griffin.
feeling her position, and that's going to take us to the top of the third with the Nighthawks still up 6-0.
Wow. And we are back at the top of the third inning. Your score is still 6-0 in favor of the Nighthawks there. The Skyhawks building a little bit of momentum there at the bottom of the second. However, Skyhawks nullify that quick and in a hurry.
Yeah, Sky Lofton, you know, with the catcher throwing down and getting her at third base, I mean, that really put a damper on, you know, on their threat right there, their offensive threat. But the top of the third, we're going to have Elizabeth Soto, the second baseman, lead off.
Now better for the Nighthawks, number 15, Elizabeth Soto.
And Ashlyn Hammond still in the circle for the Skyhawks after relieving Mary Michael Burdham. She has thrown 1 1/3 with a strikeout on the day.
That will be fouled.
So 0-1 count to Elizabeth Soto.
Oh, no. He was actually good. I know you're talking about.
Looks like Ashlyn Hammond's going to walk to the back of the circle, kind of recollect herself, and get ready for the 0-1. I was close to hitting Elizabeth Soto.
It was close to hitting DeSoto there.
So that's going to bring the count to 1-1. Ground ball.
To the second baseman, Kayla Wyatt, throwing the first for the easy out.
4-3 put out there.
Next to Nighthawks, number 11, Grace Hodges.
And Grace Hodges is coming back to the dish. You know, she came into this game, hit 600.
600, man.
And now she's 7 for 11. So, I mean, she's definitely swinging the hot bat this season. And going to be a called ball by home plate umpire for a 1-0 count. Looked like she kind of checked her swing there, but it's going to be a no call. It's going to be a ball by home plate umpire, 2-0. Grace Hodges is a freshman for the Nighthawks away of Loganville, Georgia, Loganville High School.
So that will be a third ball there, 3-0 count.
So we got a 3-0 count on Grace Hodges from Loganville, Georgia, facing the Skyhawks, Ashlyn Hamm.
And she will be, never mind, that is a strike there. This count will be made 3-1 for Miss Hodges.
And the 3-1 from Ashlyn Hamm.
And she swings at that one, gets a piece of it,
It's
making this a full count here.
And Hamm's going to come all the way back with the count to get it to full. And 3-2 to Grace Hodges.
She hits
Ground
that
ball
straight
to
third baseman Sky Lofton. Man, it is missed by our first baseman there.
And that's going to be actually an error on the third baseman, so it's going to be a throw-in error. I know you would think it'd be on the first baseman, but it's baseball and softball is a funny sport.
Yeah.
You would think she could come up for the pick, but they don't give that error to the first baseman for some reason. So that's going to put Grace Hodges at second base after the throw-in error.
And number 7, Haley Stewart.
And Haley Stewart, the only Thomas Nighthawk to go big fly this year with the one solo home run.
So that would be a called strike. 0-1 count here. Called ball outside, even in this count up to 1-1 here for Haley Stewart.
And pitch coming in.
So that is hit, popped up there for
Sabrina Wilson.
Sabrina Russell.
Russell. I said Wilson. Yeah. Ah.
Number 1, Avery Shepard.
As that will bring the out total to 2 for the Skyhawks as we are back at the top of the rotation here.
Are we back to Avery Shepard, the left
Yes.
fielder from Chattanooga, Tennessee?
As that is hit, ground ball there as Russell looks to go to first.
So speaking of Chattanooga, Tennessee, so that's actually hometown of our assistant coach. My wife, Sarah Warren Bowles, and Coach Tyler's actually from Nashville, Tennessee. So got some Tennessee connections. And that's going to bring up Holly Campbell, the shortstop.
Base runners on the corner. As that thrown into the ground, and it is missed by our shortstop, Sabrina Russell, while number 11, Grace Hodges, runs it in for the Nighthawks, extending their lead out to 7-0.
So Gabrielle Riley threw the softball through and on the stolen base. So they got a double steal there to bring the score to 7-0 for the Thomas Nighthawks.
So that is hitting to the outfield.
It looks like they're going to send the runner from second base home. Play at the plate's not going to be in time. And that's going to bring in Avery Shepard on the base hit. The double, the RBI double,
wow.
to make it 8-0.
She was just hitting like 2 minutes ago.
Next event for the Nighthawks, number 2.
Now she's already scored it, man. This runs 8-0 now.
Addison Mullen back up to the plate for the Nighthawks. Going to be a ball called by home plate umpire for 1-0.
So that is hit to the shortstop, Sabrina Russell, and thrown to first for the outs, and that will end the offensive possession here for the Nighthawks.
But not before the Nighthawks score 2. So your score is going to be 8-0 headed to the bottom of the third. And welcome back to West Point, Georgia for the bottom of the third. So if you're just tuning in, your Lady Skyhawks are down 8-0 early to the Thomas Nighthawks.
Skyhawks are in danger of being run ruled here. I know it's only the third inning.
It's only the third inning. You know, if you're Coach Jennifer Tyler, you're not thinking that right now. You know you have the sticks to get the job done. You know.
Definitely.
I mean, this team they can base hit you to death, it looks like. So coming in right now, if we can string some hits together and, you know, at least cut this lead down. I mean, that's what we're looking forward. With Alexis Griffin stepping to the dish to
number 3, Alexis Griffin.
The senior. She's actually, they consider it a slapper. So the slapper from Birmingham, Alabama, from Lorleen B. Wallace Community College. And Amber Griffin gets the side. And home plate umpire checks with the field umpire to see if Alexis Griffin went, and she did. So that's going to be a called strike, 0-1. Pitch coming in with the 0-1.
So that's hit into the outfield there by Alexis Griffin, and it is thrown into the dirt by the right outfielder there. So
the right fielder coming up trying to make a play at first base, and it just slipped out of her hands. But I think Alexis Griffin was going to be safe regardless.
Yeah, no, she had the Jets turn on there. I don't think that
would
have made it in time.
And that's going to bring us back to the top of the order with Mackenzie Barnes, our right fielder.
We're back at the top. Back at the top, people. Here we go.
So number 12, Mackenzie Barnes, right fielder from Lafayette, Alabama. She showed bunt and pulled it back. Called ball by home plate umpire, 1-0 on Mackenzie Barnes. And pitch coming in from Amber Griffin with the 1-0. Ground ball to the shortstop.
And
that's going to be a 6-4 fielder's choice.
Next to batting Skyhawks number 14.
So now we are right back to where we just were.
We got Kayla Wyatt, the second baseman, stepping up to the dish. Kayla Wyatt, like we talked about before, transferred from Shelton State Community College. She's also an elementary education major. So she's going to be a teacher next year, it looks like.
Bless her soul.
We need more. Absolutely. We absolutely need more.
So that is in the ground there for a ball.
So 1-0 count to Kayla Wyatt with 1 out, runner on first. Here in the bottom of the third, your Skyhawks trail 8-0. Ooh, and that's Brushback's going to bring Kayla Wyatt down. Looks like she went down on one knee to 2-0 count. And a ball outside is going to bring this to 3-0 on Kayla Wyatt.
Here we go. 3-0 pitch. And that will be another ball, 4 in a row there from Amber Griffin. This will put 2 base runners off for the Skyhawks. As number 22, Haley Liner.
And that's going to bring up the Oxford, Alabama native Haley Liner to the dish, the senior from Southern Union Community College. So Haley's been a great addition, showing up to West Point, Georgia last season.
Most definitely out in the outfield and with hitting.
Pitch coming in from Amber Griffin with the 0-0. Ground ball to third base is going to tag third, go across the diamond, and that's going to be dropped by the first baseman. So that's going to be a 5U right there to get the second out of the inning. But we have runners at first and second with 2 outs. And first baseman Taylor Knight coming to the dish.
I'm glad you caught that tag because to me for a second, I hadn't processed that she tagged the base. It looked like to me she hesitated for a second.
She was trying to get the 5-3 double play, but couldn't have it come through. But great play by Ava Nunez from the Nighthawks as Taylor Knight steps up. And that's going to be a ball as the catcher throws down to try to see if she can get Kayla Wyatt, but does not, as we have a 1-0 count with 2 outs here in the bottom of the third.
That is hit ground ball.
Another ground ball to the third baseman.
Third base.
So Ava Nunez coming up with a 5U unassisted. We're still 8-0 hands to the top of the fourth in West Point, Georgia. And welcome back to West Point, Georgia. We're heading to the top of the fourth. with your Lady Skyhawks down 8-0. But stepping in the circle is Zeta Smith, the junior right-hand pitcher from Grantville, Georgia, way of Brewton Parker College.
Another transfer, man. That's a not really a local transfer, but it's a in-state transfer coming from Brewton Parker there.
So Zeta on the season has thrown 3 2/3 innings.
Now, taking the Skyhawks,
She
Zeta Smith.
has only given up 1 run, has a 1.91 ERA on the early season, has 1 K,
Now,
and given up 1 hit.
Adriana Killingsworth.
All right, yeah, small sample size, but she has made it work with what she has been given. See what she can bring here to the Skyhawks defense at the top of the 4th.
And looks like we're going to have, is this number 6, Ava Nunez
Yes.
up. So we got 6, 7, 8 to start the top of the 4th for the Nighthawks. Pitch coming in, the 1-0. And that's going to be called a ball, 2-0. To Ava Nunez, who's had her work cut out at third base. I mean, we've been turning on some softballs today down
Yeah.
at third base. That hot corner has definitely been smoking today.
And she's made it count every single time that ball has come her way. You know, almost forced a double play there, and then she got the out that ended the inning for
And
the
you-
Skyhawks.
Absolutely.
Back-to-back.
And you don't realize how important that third base position is in softball, especially with you got slappers and girls who have bunt as well. Pitch coming in. That's going
3-0.
to be a
3-1.
ball, 3-0.
No, 3-1. She did get a foul last
Oh, I'm
time out.
sorry, foul. So 3-1 here coming in from Zeta Smith.
As that is another foul.
That's the second one she hit down there. So
Yeah.
there we go. That's going to bring it to full count, 3-2. Some little dots for the ball, strikes and outs. Sometimes they get me here on the scoreboard.
Yeah, you know, especially when it's daytime like this. Sun's finally peeking its head out. That is another foul.
Another foul ball down left field line.
It's been cloudy and, you know, sprinkling and windy all day, and now the sun's finally out here in beautiful West Point, Georgia. As we also have another defensive change here for the Skyhawks at first base, number 21. That will be hit foul over the gate.
So Ariane Hightower, the senior from Alabama, is in to play
Oh.
first base.
That's not Ariana.
No, I'm
Wellesley
sorry.
Anderson?
It is
Okay.
is Wellesley. Wellesley usually wears 15.
Yes.
Today she's wearing 21.
Wearing
I'm
21
sorry
today.
about
Okay.
that.
As Ava Nunez is walked. Wellesley Henderson taking over first base for Taylor Knight here in this inning for the Skyhawks.
So we got number 13. That was number. Looks like number 13 is going to come in to pinch run. And that's going to be Faith Grabin.
13, Faith Garvin.
And she's from Valley, Alabama, right down the road. So junior Faith Garbin.
Wonder if Faith and Allie Davis know one another as that's hit to the third baseman, Sky Lofton, for the almost double play there.
So that's going to be a 5-4 fielder's choice there.
I said the name right. Faith Garvin.
And it looked like another change coming in for Thomas University, as it looks like it's going to be Anne-Marie McAfee coming to the dish. So it looks like number 66 coming in from Perry, Florida, way of Point of Grace Christian.
Next to bat, number 66, and Anna Marie McAfee.
So Anne Marie comes into this contest, taking a look at her stats real quick. With one at bat, she's 1 for 1 on the season, so she's hitting 1,000. And it says she's played in 2 games, so I'm guessing she came in as a defensive sub.
She gets ready to take the 0-0 pitch here from Zeta Smith, because that is in the dirt.
And luckily, Gabrielle Riley gets right on that. Runner on first does not advance, so stays at first base. So that is number 20 over at first base. So number 20 is the catcher from New Mexico, Jalen Villalpando, over at first base. And going to be a ball called by home plate umpire.
3-0 here.
Got a 3-0 count. Zeta Smith in the circle for your Lady Skyhawks. Here in the top of the 4th with 1 out. And called strike. But that's going to be a stolen base by the catcher for the Nighthawks.
As a little either miscommunication or hesitation there on the part of the Skyhawk defense. This would be a 3-1 count. That is hit to the shortstop, and it gets just past Sabrina Russell there.
Yeah, so base hit right there for the pinch hitter coming in, who is now 2 for 2 on the young season.
Next to bat for the Nighthawks, number 44, Maddie Denning.
Number 44, Maddie Benning. Gets ready to hit. Denning gets ready to hit here.
So Maddie Denning coming in, she's a junior from Woodstock, Georgia, way of East Georgia Community College. And I'm wondering if that's East Georgia State Community College. I'm just
Probably.
assuming that's what I'm thinking it is. Yeah. We have 1 out. Runners on the corners here for the Thomas Nighthawks with a 1-0 count. And a strike called by home plate umpire. 1-1 count. Pitch coming in from Zeta Smith.
That is hit into center field and caught with ease by Haley Liner as the third base runner makes her way to score for the Nighthawks. That'll be number 20, Jalen Villalpando.
And I thought I was going to see a throw from Haley Liner there on the runner coming in from third base, but we didn't get a throw there.
Didn't get a throw there.
And that's going to make it 9-0 for the Nighthawks.
So that will be a ball.
So Grace Hodges back up to the plate. So I'll tell you one thing, it's nice to have some a girl down at the bottom of the order who can hit a little bit, turn that lineup over a little bit.
So that will be a foul.
1-1 count.
Here. So yeah, you gotta to start off a 412, a 429, a 400, and then you got a 400 at 5, and then you got a little bit, and you got a 600 at 8. So these girls definitely know how to hit here for the Nighthawks.
And Grace Hodges 1 for 2 on the day with the ground ball to Zeta. Zeta's going to throw to first base and not in time.
That is just high, forcing our first baseman there to have to jump. And that little jump there, that little bit of space off the ground allows Grace Hodges to get on base for what could have easily been an out.
Should have easily been a 1-3, have us back up hitting in the bottom of the 4th, but we're still here playing defense as Zeta Smith comes in for the 0-0 to number 7, Haley Stewart, the center fielder from California. And ball 1-1. Two outs here in the top of the 4th for your Lady Skyhawks. Pitch coming in.
That is hit to the center fielder, Haley Liner, and over her head as the Nighthawks Will score.
Looks like they're only going to get one right there.
Score once there.
And that's going to bring the score to 10-0 here in the fourth inning.
A 1 RBI double there for the Nighthawks as we are back to the top of the rotation again for the Nighthawks with Avery Shepard.
From Notre Dame High School in Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Whew, boy.
So it looks like we're going to get a pitching change as assistant coach Sarah Bowles talks to the home plate umpire.
And this will be number 7, Rayleigh Thorne.
And this is going to be her first collegiate outing as the freshman from Bogart, Alabama, Bogart High School.
Freshman getting first time in here.
As we watch the left-hander warming up. So we have a 10-0 game with 2 outs here in the top of the fourth.
Yeah, this is not pretty here for the Skyhawks so far to start.
But if you're the Skyhawks right here, you have to have something that you're going to take out of this game. So some of the things we could take out of the game, you minimize the defensive mistakes. And the good part about this, you're also going to get some opportunities for some young players, too, to step up and see what you have, too, with the senior-led team. Conference is not here yet. Conference is not here till March.
Not here yet, yes.
But, we got to play a lot better than what we are right now. It's still early in the game, but with only potentially having 2 more at-bats, I mean, we got to get it out right here and keep it to 10. But number 7, Rayleigh Thorne in the circle for your Lady Skyhawks. Has a pitch coming in. As Avery Shepard shows bunt but pulls it back 1-0.
As, if I'm not mistaken, this is the first left-handed pitch we've seen today.
Yeah.
Very interesting here. So that will be a second ball here for Rayleigh Thorne.
So my sister-in-law told me if we ever have downtime, I should start giving fun facts. So
Fun facts,
after
all
this
right.
pitch, I'll give a fun fact. How about that? Pitch coming in. Going to be a called strike. So here's my fun fact. A single bolt of lightning contains enough energy to toast 100,000 slices of bread.
100,000.
Yeah. How about that? Pitch coming in.
As that is mishandled by Riley.
Fun fact of the day.
Fun fact of the day. Appreciate that. Fun fact. for
So
Team-
one
Team
single
Bowles.
strike of lightning can toast 100,000 slices of bread. So as Rayleigh Thorne gets back in the circle for the 3-1.
That is hit and caught by the second baseman.
Kayla Wyatt coming
Kayla
up.
Wyatt.
4-3 putout as the Nighthawks lead 10-0, and we're going to take a break.
Toast.
Okay, we're back. Hey, to the bottom of the fourth. The Skyhawks looking to get their first run down 10-0 to the Nighthawks. So if you just joined us, I figured my sister-in-law, which is Coach Bowles, Sarah Warren Bowles' sister, Melissa, told me I should start giving some fun facts during downtime. So I think we'll throw at least one more this game and give another one next game. What do you think?
Yeah. Go ahead. Toss me another one.
I'll toss you another one. Did you know a cockroach can live for several weeks without its head? So if a cockroach's head is chopped off, it can live several weeks.
Several weeks.
Boom. That's knowledge right there. You never knew you needed.
Never knew I needed that one.
And Sky Lofton is back to the dish. The third baseman, number 16.
All right, we've got a 1-0 count here for Lofton as Skyhawks look to not only gain some momentum but cut into this deficit here, as that is a strike.
And Amber Griffin already worked 3 innings, and it's going to be a fly ball to left center.
Nice hit there by Sky Lofton, as that is hit in between the center fielder and left fielder.
Ooh, she slowed up coming around first base,
And
and almost got thrown out. We're with the leadoff double.
Now that was number 4, Gabrielle Riley.
So Gabrielle Riley's going to come to the dish to catch her, but Amber Griffin for the Nighthawks has thrown 3 innings of shutout softball with no strikeouts and 2 walks on 31 pitches so far. So her 32nd pitch is going to be the 0-0 to Gabrielle Riley. And that's going to be a ball in the dirt, 1-0.
I am seeing some very heavy-duty blankets out there in the outfield. So that will be a foul ball there for Gabby Riley. 1-1 here.
Surprised all the kids running around with big old coats on too. So didn't know they had these big coats down here in Georgia. So
Hey, look.
I mean, you know.
One thing about Georgia, it can get cold. It might not always be cold, but it can get pretty cold here sometimes.
Pitch coming in from Amber Griffin. It's going to be a foul ball by Riley, straight back to the backstop. So if you just joined us, we're here in the bottom of the 4th. The Nighthawks of Thomas up 10-0 to your Lady Skyhawks as Gabrielle Riley waits the 1-2 pitch. Called ball outside. 2-2. And a ball in the dirt's going to bring it to a full count here. And we have a runner on second base as Sky Lofton started the bottom of the 4th, led off the bottom of the 4th with a double to start the inning.
That is hit into the outfield by Riley and over the defender's head. This will allow Gabby Riley to make her way to second. So that will be another double hit by the Skyhawks. As number 25, Allie Davis, makes her way up to bat.
Pitch hitting for the Skyhawks, number 25, Allie Davis.
And Allie Davis is coming up. Allie Davis has one of the 2 home runs on the season for the Skyhawks and hit 286 with 3 RBIs. So we have runners in score position here, runners on second and third, and no outs.
Allie Davis replacing Sabrina Russell in the rotation there, as indicated by the umpire.
And pitch coming in from Amber Griffin. Called strike.
Good thing is we have no outs so far.
We have no outs.
So
And the 0-1 coming in from Amber Griffin. That's going to be a ball in the dirt. 1-1. So if you haven't been to a game this season here in West Point, Georgia, we have a concession stand this season, and we have plenty of good seats still available.
Yep.
1-1 coming in.
I always thought that's something that we should have had a while ago. Was a concession stand here for the softball
And that's going to be called for a
games.
ball, 2-1. Oh, absolutely.
Finally got one. I'm glad. Sometimes, get a little hungry out here watching these girls do their thing.
And 2-1 pitch coming into Allie Davis. And she's
That
going to
is
drive that
it.
to left field.
Driven into left field there. Nice hit by Allie Davis. That is an RBI single for her.
And that's going to give the Skyhawks their first run of the game. They are not going to get shut out of game one.
Out of
So
run. I kind of figured that one would be hit by Allie Davis. It kind of hung in the air. It seemed for a little bit.
And that's going to cause a timeout by Jessica Sanders, the head coach of the Nighthawks of Thomas. Looks like they're going to go to the bullpen.
Interesting. Number 32 there, Michelle Norvell, the senior out of Tavares, Florida.
Way of Tavares High School in Tavares, Florida. So Michelle Norvell. So we're going to pull up her stats and see how she's been this early part of the season. So she's had one outing so far on the season, one inning pitched, with the 0 ERA, allowing no runs in her 1 inning of work. But Jessica Sanders pulling out Amber Griffin after the 1 run scored here in the bottom of the third. So Amber Griffin's going to exit the day with 3 innings pitched and almost, good softball by her, keeping, she got the offensive performance by the Nighthawks, and, that allows you to pretty much pitch your game how you want to right there.
She also had a nice out, ball hit straight.
The ball straight back to her, yeah.
Nice reflex grab there by Amber Griffin there. And for the Skyhawks, awaiting the hit is number 11, Tia Coleman. Junior from Lorraine B. Wallace Community College.
So looking at the schedule this season for the Nighthawks, so they open up 3-1 on the season. So they swept Trinity Baptist 9-2 and 13-3 down in Jacksonville, Florida, and they took a split, 2 one-run ball games at Middle Georgia State, winning 2-1 and losing 4-3. Both of those games were at home at Thomas University. So they're 3-1 in the early season. Your Lady Skyhawks are 3-3. As pitch coming in from Michelle Norvell, the senior from Tavares, Florida, to Tia Coleman, your DP now. And foul straight back for the 0-1. So if you're just joining us, so Allie Davis comes up with the pinch hit RBI single to get some type of offensive start for the Skyhawks with runners on the corners.
Desperately needed there from the Skyhawks. Nice Allie Davis, another senior here on the Skyhawk team to get her team going. Finally put a run on the board here at the bottom of the fourth. The cut in his lead. However small it may be a cut, it is a cut regardless.
Absolutely, and going to be a ball outside to Tia Coleman with the 1-1 coming in from Michelle Norvell.
That is hit up into the air and over the gate.
And that's going to be a 1-2 coming up for Tia Coleman.
Sounded good.
And Michelle Norvell, as she collects herself in the back of the circle, gets ready to step back on the rubber. And the 1-2 coming to Tia Coleman.
And that is hit into the outfield and will be caught by the outfielder as Riley returns back to the base. Oh, close.
Yeah, and the left fielder, Avery Shepard, coming up, firing to Ava Nunez, trying to get to double off Gabrielle Riley, but they do not. But it's 1 out on that fly ball with Alexis Griffin up to the dish. the left fielder for your Lady Skyhawks. Runners on the corners with one out. Here in the bottom of the fourth. And that's going to be a called strike by home plate umpire. 0-1 count to Alexis Griffin. So if you're head coach Jennifer Tyler, you really would like to see another run, hopefully 2 to get it underneath that mercy rule, 8 runs by the 5th, just so you have a little bit of cushion so you keep playing the softball game 1.
Most definitely. Got to chip away at it. And these girls are definitely capable of chipping at it.
And-
you know,
And 1-1 coming into Alexis Griffin.
that is hit into the outfield toward the right fielder and will be caught.
And that's going to be a RBI sac fly to right field. Going to score Gabrielle Riley.
As now Devin Foster returns to the lineup.
Last time had the triple down the line.
Hey, she knows she's out the entirety of the second game. Comes in, hits a nice triple for the Skyhawks.
And the Beaufort, Georgia native steps up. Devin Foster, way of Andrew College, as your late Skyhawks now have 2 runs on the board. Pitch coming in. And Devin's going to take that for a ball 1-0. I mean, you got to like getting 2 runs here in the bottom of the 4th by the late Skyhawks. And, you know, we as fans and everybody back home would love to see a couple more hits put together right here. Pitch coming in. Ball 2-0.
Yeah, definitely some tough sledding in here. You know, it happens. But like I said earlier, our girls are more than capable of wiping away
Absolutely.
a deficit like that and putting some runs and hits together.
And Devin being patient up here, taking another ball, 3-0. That's going to bring our count to 3-0 to Devin Foster, the pitch hitter here in Game 1. Pitch coming in from Michelle Norvell, the 3-0. That's going to be
Devin
a ball
Foster
high.
will be walked. As this now brings Kayla Wyatt up to bat.
Number 14, Kayla White.
Skyhawks generating much needed momentum here at the bottom of the 4th. 2 base runners, Allie Davis and Devin Foster.
And I'm excited to see this too. If you're a Skyhawk fan, you have Kayla Wyatt up to the dish, and then right behind you get Leiter and Knight and Lofton. So we're looking for Kayla Wyatt to find a way to get on base here. And she's going to take another ball.
So that will be 5 in a row.
That's
here.
5 in a row. And that's going to cause the catcher to come out and try to settle her pitcher down a little bit here. And after a quick talk by the battery in the circle, we're going to get the 1-0 here in just a moment.
That will be
And
in
now
the dirt.
ball 6, as you can hear from the Lady Skyhawks.
Yep, ball 6.
Maybe I started something last game talking about Texas A&M. Now they're doing
I
it.
think you started something there. So now they are calling ball 7, and it will be ball number 7.
No, he pulled his arm. That's going to be a strike.
Oh, strike. Wow. All righty. Broke a streak there.
Hey, 2-1 coming in.
That is hit deep by Kayla Wyatt and caught.
Right at the wall. I mean, you can't ask for anything more right there, but that's, your Skyhawks are going to get 2 runs back. Heading to the top of the 5th, it is 10-2 Thomas Nighthawks. And welcome back to West Point, Georgia. With your score here in the top of the fifth, Nighthawks 10, Lady Skyhawks 2. And pitch coming in from Rayleigh Thorne. It's going to be a called strike on the number 2 hitter, number 12, Holly Campbell, the shortstop. And that's going to be a ball 1-0. I'm sorry, 1-1 to Holly Campbell. Holly Campbell is 3 for 3 on the day. Ball in the dirt. 2-1 the count. And ground ball to Sky Lofton. Going to be a 5-3 as she throws it over to Wellesley Henderson for the 5-3 putout. One away here in the top of the fifth.
Now batting number 2, Addison Mullins.
So your Lady Skyhawks are looking to get two more outs here and get back to their offensive ways to make sure they cut this Nighthawk lead down as a ball coming in to number 2, Addison Malden. 1-0. Pitch coming in from Rayleigh Thorne. And ball hit out to Haley Leinert.
Caught with ease.
Caught with ease for the second out.
Next to bat, number 6, Adriana Killingsworth.
And Adriana Killingsworth up to the dish.
Like what I'm seeing so far here from our ladies, this possession uber important as they need to minimize any points scored to continue their momentum so they can cut it to this lead to keep this game going.
Oh, absolutely. So the Sacramento, California native steps back up in the dish. The senior from Capital Christian High School.
Sacramento.
And foul ball down just past the third base dugout of the Nighthawks. As Rayleigh Thorne gets the ball back. The Bogart, Alabama native in the back of the circle. Ready for the 0-1. Pitch coming in. And
that is hit to the right fielder and caught with ease by
Devin Foster. Welcome back to the game, Devin Foster, as your Skyhawks head to the bottom of the fifth, looking to stop the mercy rule as they're trailing 10-2.
Alrighty, we are back at the bottom of the fifth inning here. Skyhawk ladies down 10-2. with Haley Liner up to bat for the Skyhawks, and in the circle for the Thomas Nighthawks, number 26.
And if you're listening to this and you're a Thomas University fan, we would love to know what her name is, but we can't find it online. The pitching stats have her listed as number 26, and our lineup just has her listed as number 26. So number 26 winds up to Haley Leinert, as number 22, Haley Leinert, takes a ball inside 1-0.
This possession's so important for the Skyhawks, as they just need one
possession. You're still in football like lacrosse. So,
yeah.
As Haley takes a ball high. So the Skyhawks looking across the plate here to keep this game going.
Just need one.
As Haley Leinert waits for the 2-0 pitch. As she drives that ball into the fence of the Nighthawks dugout. As you can see, head coach Jennifer Tyler moves all the way back to the outfield grass down there in the foul territory when Haley Leinert's up to the plate.
You got to protect yourself, Nick.
Absolutely. Not her first rodeo as a 2-1 comes in to Haley Leinert. Another foul ball into the netting of the Nighthawks. Say this much about Haley Leinert. She wants to swing here. She wants this opportunity to come up and get on base here.
And, as a senior and a leader on your team, you should want to have that opportunity to, put the team on your back.
And 2-2 coming in for a ball outside. It's going to bring it up to 3-2. As you mentioned, Haley Leinert, a senior, one of 14 seniors on this Skyhawks team. And she's going to drive one right on top of head coach Jennifer Tyler's hit. I think you're going to hear a move, coach. Get out the way call on that.
That was for my older 28 up fans. If you've seen The Matrix.
Oh, yeah, she was definitely doing The Matrix out there. 3-2 coming in.
That's exactly what that movement looked like.
That's going to be driven to right center, and Haley Leinert's going to get on her horse, going to second.
She could go to if she had made the decision to go to third, she might have made it.
Well, the center fielder, it looks like she slipped out by the fence in right center.
And she looks to be shaking up there as our
center fielder Haley Stewart from California. Looks like she was a little shaken up.
As our one and only athletic trainer, Andrew Welch, goes out there to help her. Andrew Welch goes out there to help her out.
I mean, and you could definitely see the highlighter coming out there. So, I mean, he's in highlighter yellow today, but he looking like a track star, former baseball player. So, but he was rolling out there. So it's great to have an athletic trainer who can roll to get to an injured player for either team.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, don't let the look confuse now. Andrew will get up out there now.
But good news is, looks like nothing's wrong with Haley Stewart, as we're going to come back to live action here.
Yeah, just had to take a quick breather. She seems to be okay. Never want to see anybody go down, home or away team. So, good for the Nighthawks. Good overall that she's all right. As that is hit straight up and over the fence.
And this is going to be Wellesley Henderson coming to the dish. As she's wearing number 21 today. And the white jerseys, the white with the navy blue point across the chest. Pitch coming in after a foul ball, 0-1. She's going to take that for a called strike. 0-2 the count to Wellesley Henderson. So the Smith Station, Alabama native waits the 0-2. And that's going to be a ball outside the 1-2. So Wellesley Henderson, way of Coastal Alabama Community College. So, another transfer coming in for your Skyhawks. That's a ball. Looked like that was 2 balls off the plate there. That's going to even the count up at 2-2. And we got runner on second base, Haley Leinert. The pitch coming in. And that's going to be driven out left field line, but it's foul ball.
And you can see the emotion on Jennifer.
Even
Cobb.
up here, as the coach coming out of me, I'm like, we need something just to break right there. That ball got down the line. I saw Haley Leiter was definitely going to try to make her way in.
And, Coach Tyler, she's about to jump up in excitement there until she's like, it's called a foul.
And a 2-2 coming back here again to Wesley Henderson. That's going to be fouled straight back.
Got a little piece of that one.
And pitch coming in by number 26 in the circle for the Nighthawks. And it looks like that ball may get over the shortstop into left field. And Haley's going to stay at third base because we got no outs. We have runners on the corners, and that is going to bring up number 16, Sky Lofton.
Nice momentum being generated here by the Skyhawks.
Hey, the LaGrange native up to the dish with runners on the corners with your Skyhawks down 10-2 in the bottom of the fifth. Needing one run to keep this thing going.
All you need is one.
Not going to lie, it's every time she comes up with the Dolly Parton song, I mean, it's pretty awesome. But the Southern Union Community College transfer up to the plate. And caught strike by home plate umpire, 0-1. If you're just joining us, the Nighthawks exploded to a 10-0 lead with your Skyhawks getting 2 back in the fourth. Pitch coming in. And that's going to be taken for a ball, 1-1.
Inside pitch there. Lofton being patient.
Pitch coming in by number 26. And Sky Lofton's going to take that for a called strike on the inside corner. It's a little close there, but now she's got 2 strikes. We can't take that pitch again, though. 1-2 count. Coming in from number 26.
Sky Lofton does swing at that one, and it will be caught by the right fielder. However, Haley Leiter will score it, and this game will keep going.
And the throw's it's not good. Throw coming in from the right fielder is not good. That's going to score Haley Leiter. So it's a 10-3 ball game as we get the scoreboard perfect on the West Point, Georgia scoreboard, the Coca-Cola scoreboard here, Coca-Cola Powerade scoreboard here at the softball field. And that's going to bring 1 out, runner at first, with Gabrielle Raleigh, the catcher, to the plate.
That will be a strike.
Called strike, 0-1. So number 4, Gabrielle Raleigh from Crestview, Florida, way of Lord Lean B. Wallace Community College.
It's got to be the hot spot. That will be a foul.
Foul ball, 0-2. So it looks like Gabrielle's limping just a little bit. Not sure if that hit off her leg on the last pitch or not. But 0-2 coming in from number 26 in the circle for the Nighthawks.
Number 26. First name 20, last name 6.
There we go. Ball high. 1-2 with 1 out, runner at first for your Lady Skyhawks here in the bottom of the fifth. If you're coming out for game 2 and you're listening to my beautiful voice, make sure you bundle up tonight. And that is going to be a ball, 2-2.
Boy, I love calling games, Eugene. That's funny, but that was a good one.
That's a good one,
That was
yeah.
a good one.
And the 2-2 with 1 out coming to Gabrielle Riley.
That's Miss 26. Gets ready to pitch. That will be hit by Riley.
See if the
Put up in
shortstop's
air.
got range, and it drops out of her glove.
Thought it would be caught, you know. She had the one hand up Odell Beckham style. I thought it'd be caught.
You and these football references, you're going to teach me something today.
Just caught, just popped straight out of the hand. That's number 24, Sabrina Russell.
So Sabrina Russell, the shortstop, coming to the plate with runners at first and second. We got, looks like it should only be 1 out.
Should be 1 out.
So it's 1 out. We got 2 outs on the scoreboard, but it's 1 out here. Pitch coming in from number 26. and ball gets away from the catcher,
on the ground.
it's going to put both runners in scoring position here in West Point, Georgia, as we're here in the bottom of the fifth.
Alrighty,
in
here
a
we
10-3 ball game.
Here we go, ladies. Here we go.
Big base hit here can cut this lead of the Nighthawks just in half.
Here we go. And if you're Sabrina Russell, you don't have to feel much pressure now because you have cut into this lead.
Oh, I'm not feeling pressure at all because I'm either going to pass a baton off if I get walked here, or I'm going to barrel one up and I'm going to hit the rec center building, that blue building out there.
That blue building?
Or the white building there
The
that's
white
actually
one,
a residential building. We're going to jack something out of here.
Sending it straight through the window. You know how they do it.
That's the ball in the dirt. That's going to be 3-0. We cannot see the bullpen here for the visitors. Not sure if there's any. Oh, there actually does look like some activity in the bullpen. I kind of see. Looks like we got one girl down the bullpen just stretching down there. But number 26 still in the circle for the Nighthawks as a 3-0 comes in.
And that will be a strike. I promise, if you're a Nighthawk fan, I promise her name is not on the roster.
And trust me, we're not doing this on purpose. We know she has a name, so it's not first name 2, last name 6, or whatever we were saying. But pitch coming in.
As that is hit.
Well, that's going to be a base hit to left field. RBI single.
For Sabrina Russell, that will make the lead cut to 6 by the Skyhawks as Tia Coleman will now step up to the plate to hit for the Skyhawks.
That's what I'm talking about. Hit, hit, hit. Let's add the hit parade for the Skyhawks.
Keep it coming. Keep it coming.
And that's going to have Jessica Sanders, head coach of the Nighthawks, Thomas Nighthawks, come out to talk to her. I was going to say just her pitcher, but it looks like the whole infield is going to come in.
Yeah, some balls are going right over.
But how about this? I mean, the game started. I mean, we just got outplayed very early in the game, and then all of a sudden it takes to the 5th inning for us to score 2 more runs to really start to feel like this is a ball game.
Yeah, the Skyhawks, the Nighthawks jumped out to an early 6-0 lead, and the Skyhawks just a lot of errors. They looked just a little sluggish at times at the beginning, and then at 6-0 turned into 10-0, and now we're just found a way to battle back. I mean, can't say how proud I am of these girls for finding a way to battle back.
Oh, absolutely. Well, it don't feel bad for getting confused with the Nighthawks, the Skyhawks, and don't forget about the Firehawks of UT Southern going to the Southern States next year too.
So a lot of Hawks flying around here.
A lot of as the ball's coming right at us here in the backstop. Coming back for the 0-1 by Tia Coleman. I think you would have caught that if we did. If it was
I got you.
You got that? Yeah, Odell Beckham? Yeah. Oh, like this?
I got you.
And Tia Coleman awaits the 0-1 by number 26.
That is popped up into the air and caught by the
second baseman, who's actually going to get that ball in, second baseman Elizabeth Soto from Thomas.
That will bring our out total to 2.
With Alexis Griffin coming to the plate, the left-hand slapper, number 3, coming to the dish.
And if I am Alexis Griffin, I am definitely aiming to get a base hit on. Coming up after that is Devin Foster.
Yeah, the Birmingham, Alabama native stepping to the dish for the 0-0 pitch. That's going to be a called strike. So Birmingham, Alabama, have you ever been to Birmingham?
Yes.
Have you ever been to Dreamland? Do you know what Dreamland is?
I have not been.
Dreamland Barbecue. If you've never been, you got to go. Okay. So Birmingham, Alabama, as I see our SID, Deshaun Bollick, just looking at you like, what?
I'm very picky about my barbecue because I am a Memphis man.
Oh, and a late call by home plate umpire is going to be 0-2 count. You're very picky.
I don't eat a lot of barbecue at different places. Anytime I've gone to Birmingham, it's just been.
All I could say, it's a religious experience. You have to go there. It's amazing. And that's going to be a ball out. 1-2 count. So a little shameless plug out there for Dreamland. If you're listening to me, I love it. I'll come back for my 16th time. So 1-2 coming in from Alexis Griffin. Another Laureline B. Wallace community college transfer. And a swing and a miss is going to bring us to the top of the 6 with your score, Nighthawks 10, your Lady Skyhawks 4. And we're back for the top of the 6 here in West Point, Georgia, as your Skyhawks are down 10-4 to the Thomas Nighthawks. So just want to touch base a little bit. You know, everybody talks about where are you going in the season. So if you're a Lady Skyhawk, what's the goal? What's the journey? So everybody wants to go to the NAIA World Series. But who won the World Series last year? Do you even know?
I have no idea.
You have no idea, so that's why I'm here to help you. So Oklahoma City won last year. They beat Mobile 3-0 in Columbus, Georgia on June 1st.
Mobile, are they not a part of the new conference we're moving to?
They are part of the new conference we're going to be going to. But now also Tennessee Wesleyan from the AAC was in the World Series last year. As the first pitch from Rayleigh Thorne comes in, going to be a ground ball over to Sky Lofted. Coming up, a 5-3 put out for the first out of the top of the 6. So just fun facts all around. So, I mean, if you're an athlete and you don't know where your championship is or who won it, it's like a high school kid saying, I want to be a state champion, but I can't tell you who won.
Yep.
Right, who won it? Pitch coming in from Rayleigh Thorne.
I wonder if we take a survey of our softball
and foul ball. They probably don't know.
Probably don't know.
They don't know.
What's the over-under there?
We got about 480-some athletes. I'm going to give about 400 athletes probably don't know who won the defending championship from the year before.
Fair enough.
With the 0-1 count coming up. Pitch coming in from Rayleigh Thorne. And that's going to be drove out to left field, foul, 0-2. So while we're on right now, it's 5:35 here in Eastern Time Zone. So we got to give a shout out to Lynette. So the boys are playing tonight, and the girls are playing tonight.
Yep.
So big night for local area basketball, high school basketball too. Pitch coming in from Rayleigh Thorne.
Their men's team actually advanced to the Sweet 16 too. So
driven out to center field. Haley Liner's going to look to see if she get a play on that, and she's not.
Over the fence. Hit straight down the center there by number 66.
So number 6,
McAfee.
McAfee from Perryville, Florida, just with the solo shot. Junior from Point of Grace Christian High School. So welcome to the ball game. This is her second at bat. She wasn't starting today, but gets a big drive there off of Rayleigh Thorne to make it an 11-4 ball game.
Sit that rocket over there, and I recognize some football players there, right where that ball landed. You know, watch your heads out there now.
Watch your heads out there. So as Maddie Denning steps in the dish, the Woodstock, Georgia native, waiting for Rayleigh Thorne's pitch. I'll tell you what, when that door opens up, it's cold in here.
Hey, look,
I'll tell you what, that wind comes.
We might have to lock that door.
We're going to have to lock that door. We're going to lock our SID out.
Folks keep on walking in and out.
And the 0-1 coming in. Swing and a miss.
You know, my mom and my grandma, my grandpa. Every time I go outside, you can't keep coming and going, man. You either stay in or you stay out.
And you don't live. You were born in a barn, right? So you're not born in a barn. You shut the door. 0-2 coming in from Rayleigh Thorne. And right back to her.
To the pitcher.
Have you heard that before? So like, you don't leave the door open. When you leave, you shut the door.
Right. You shut the door when you leave.
And we're going to start shutting the door and locking them, right? So. Looks like we're going to get a pinch hitter here in the top of the 6. And I can't see the number yet. And numbers are only on the back of
Kennedy Hardy. She turned just a little bit, and she is from Mansfield, Texas.
Texas native.
Coming out of Mansfield High School there.
So Mansfield High School, Texas. She's a senior. So let's look up Mansfield High School. I'm just curious. Since you're a football guy, let's see if they've won any football championships. State Division II championships, and let's see, they've won one in 2013. Yeah, I can play a little bit of football out there. Looks like a big roster. So 1-0. We'll get back to softball. We were just curious.
Yeah, just
the 1-0 coming in from Raleigh Thorn. Going to be taken for a ball. Now, one thing, it's a lot better having a laptop up here to be able to check stuff out.
Yes.
We were just going through papers last game. Swing and a miss. And they were just cutting up here in the press box, aren't they? It's like they don't realize we're on live.
Might have to get 2 separate rooms.
I mean, we really should get 2 separate rooms. And pitch coming in. And that's going to be a foul ball. So the Mansfield, Texas native steps in, wait for the pitch, and it's going to be a ball in.
Full count
by
here,
Raleigh Thorn.
2 outs. All important here. Raleigh Thorn. Try to cut this momentum out.
Oh, should be a called strike 3! And that's going to send us to the bottom of the 6th, down 11-4. And we're back here in West Point, Georgia, as your Lady Skyhawks are down 11-4 here at the bottom of the 6th. Just want to touch base on our schedule right now of other sports as Devin Foster heads to the dish. Both our men's and women's tennis teams got canceled today as they were going to go to SCAD Atlanta and SCAD Savannah separately. Tomorrow, baseball, Coach Tyler's team is going to head out to Talladega for a doubleheader tomorrow at 11:30 Central. We have women's and men's tennis playing at Truett McConnell, and softball is going to be back here tomorrow at Stillman. Your women's basketball team and men's basketball team will be playing CIU on the road tomorrow night, 5:30 and 7:30. So
we also should have the lacrosse matchup tomorrow.
I was going to wait to save that because the lacrosse team told me I have to say something about them because they want everybody to come out and watch them as the first pitch 1-0. They promised they're going to get a W tomorrow, and that's going to be a called strike. I'm going to tell you what, lacrosse is interesting because Reinhardt, the defending national champions, will be coming in here at the end of the middle of April, and that's a high-power lacrosse team.
Yes, I did.
Ball outside.
I did know that one.
You did know that one. Now I'm from Maryland, not a lacrosse guy, but that Okay, fun facts, since we're all about fun facts, is the 2-1. Where is the Hall of Fame for lacrosse at? Do you know? Pitch coming in.
That is right past the first baseman by Foster, and she will make her way to second with ease and go.
Oh, she's going to go. Looks like another triple. So 2 triples in 2 games for Devin Foster. So back to my fun
Okay.
fact. Where is the Hall of Fame for lacrosse at?
Triple here. Devin Foster.
You know I'm from Maryland, so it's got to be in Maryland.
It's got to be in Maryland. Okay.
White.
So Kayla White come to the dish. You want me to just tell you?
I was going to guess Baltimore.
It is Baltimore,
Baltimore,
but
okay.
it's going to be on the site at Johns Hopkins University.
Johns Hopkins, okay.
And Kayla White coming to the dish. And she's going to take the first
Strike.
pitch, 0-1.
Yeah.
So in center field right now, do we have some football players out there? Is that what you're saying? We got a couple.
we got a few out there. I can see a few out there.
And
Supporting
pitch
our
coming in
Lady
to
Skyhawks.
Kayla White. Oh, she's going to drive that out to right field. Looks like the right fielder's going to camp under that.
And David Foster will score.
And that's going to be a sac fly for Kayla White. 11-5 game here in the bottom of the sixth.
Yeah, Skyhawk defense is starting to play really good. At the same time, the offense is starting to generate a lot of momentum.
And you like that going into a double. You're in a doubleheader, and there's still
Exactly.
time. I mean, we got one out. I mean, we still have 4 outs right now on the offensive side. And it's going to be a ball in the dirt for Haley Leinert. I tell you one thing. What I would like to see, if anybody's listening, I didn't realize the baseball team actually listens to the live,
Really?
when they don't show up here, when they don't want to be cold. But pitch coming in for the 1-0. So that's going to be driven out to center field. So one thing I was going to say, especially for the baseball team, if we get more student athletes start showing up to games, like this place could be packed out.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a fun place to be at.
And, I mean, granted, today is cold. But there's usually a lot more people who show up to these softball games.
Oh, absolutely, especially on the weekends.
Yeah, on the weekends in March, when it's a lot warmer.
And Wellesley Henderson is going to be coming up to the dish, wearing number 21 today, the Smith Station, Alabama native. So she's going to take a called strike. So we just had to get a correction in up here in the press box. So Wesley is wearing a different jersey, number 21 on the day. She's usually number 15 if you have a roster back home following the game. So 0-2 on that foul ball with 1 out. I'll tell you one thing. If you're the Skyhawks here, you're looking to get a couple base hits together, get this thing rolling, get a couple more runs coming across. But it looks like a pop-up in the infield.
And drop.
Oh, no. It's going to be a 4-6 fielder's choice to get Haley Leinert the put out at second base.
That one kind of hurts. I understand the hesitation there from Leinert.
So you want to know what one of my best memories at Point doesn't have to do anything with baseball or softball, but volleyball, when they win, it was like the first time I was here and everybody stormed the court. Like, that's cool. Like,
Yeah.
that's fun stuff, man. Like, pitch coming in from Sky Lofton. But I like the small school. If you listen to the interview at the end of the game, Mackenzie Barnes made a great comment about pitch coming in, the 1-0. It's going to be called a strike. But Mackenzie Barnes, she said why she came to Point. Small, Christian, and it was close to home for her. But the small Christian part is the reason why around 480 student athletes are here.
Yeah, no, that's a common reason as that is popped up into center field.
And that's going to drop in front of the center fielder in the Bermuda Triangle out there, so nobody can find the softball, and that's going to be a single.
That just disappears in the thin air. I mean, nobody's able to track that one down. And,
it's why I'm never going down there to the Bermuda Triangle, so that's going to bring up Gabrielle Riley.
The shortstop, I believe, or one of the defenders comes up, Gimpy. That would be number 7.
So that's going to be Elizabeth Soto. You said number 7 was coming up a little bit.
Yeah, Haley Stewart, number 7.
Haley Stewart. I'm sorry. Elizabeth Soto wears number 15. So
as our once again the one and the only, literally.
And now he has his hoodie up. So it must be cold for Andrew. He usually never wears a hoodie. So
it's got to be cold.
But we got to talk about while we're on the air. The man can play some drums. So if you've never been to Spring Road, he can play some drums.
No, Andrew's good at drums.
I'm telling you, and the man bun, like I wish I could grow my hair like that. Like it's impressive. So you don't know what – I mean, I'm just saying, like,
you got a nice
everybody's
flow.
jealous. I mean, I'll say it. I'm
got a
a little
nice flow.
jealous. That's what it is. But it looks like, you know, we should be all good right there. He's got the hands in the pockets. He didn't have to do anything. So it's a good day at work if you don't have to fix, like, an injured player or anything for Andrew Welch right there.
That is a good day. And she is the right outfielder there, not.
But here's a good part. You know, we still, you know, we got 2 outs here in the bottom of 6. We got 4 outs total to play with. We're down 11-5, but we still could come and make this comeback.
Oh, no, most definitely. All it takes is a big play, another big hit.
You want to know what really drives me crazy? When you're really hungry and people in the press box are just like eating, like,
just
you
eating
know,
away.
just snap into a Slim Jim. Like, do you remember Macho Man just snap into a Slim Jim pitch coming in to Gabrielle Riley?
Yeah, you know, a lot of our
Like, oh yeah, like you remember him? I mean, you're a little young, but the Macho
I know
Man.
Macho Man. Come on, man.
I'm
Randy
just
Savage.
saying, Randy Savage, my man.
My guy. Cutting crazy promos.
Oh, it cut crazy. And strike called. Looks like it's going to be a 1-1 count. Yeah, speaking of wrestling, man, like, we don't have wrestling at this school. But did you know, after this pitch, I'll give you one more fun fact. 1-1 coming in. And she's going to drive that out to center field. And you're going to have to wait to the top of the 7th for the fun fact. But we are down 11-5, trailing, heading to the 7th inning. Your Lady Skyhawks trail 11-5. And welcome back. So if you can hear the music in the background, I got a little Chattahoochee playing. So Alan Jackson from up the road in Noonan, Georgia. So got a little Alan Jackson playing. So fun fact, I told you, as we head to the top of the 7th, down 11-5. Fun fact about wrestling, 1996 Olympics was in Atlanta, Georgia.
Correct.
Were you even born in 96?
No.
You were not born. What year
No.
were you born?
I was born. I'll counter that with another trivia question. I was born in the year Brock Lesnar won the national championship for wrestling.
For Minnesota? Nice.
Minnesota.
So what year was that? Was that
2000.
like 2000? I was going to say 01, but 2000.
2000.
Okay, so my fun fact, the 1996 Olympic mats for wrestling are sitting in that building right there.
Yeah.
We have the wrestling
Stop
mats
it.
from the 96 Olympics here in
Stop
West
it.
Point, Georgia. Okay, as Rayleigh Thor back in the circle for your Lady Skyhawks. And a ball to number 7, Haley Stewart. And we were just talking about her limping.
Yeah.
I mean, this is what happens in softball and baseball with only 9 hitters. I mean, if something happens on the defensive side, you're probably going to come up. 33% of the time, usually you're going to come up.
Yep.
And she's going to drive that out to Haley Leinert as she
now,
comes.
easy.
Easy out there
Easy
for our center fielder.
Light work.
But just, you know, just fun facts for days. So as we have 1 out here in the top of the 7th,
We are
Looks
back
like-
to the top.
and that's going to bring up Avery Shepard from the Nougat, Chattanooga, Tennessee. So, would you like one more fun fact for the day? And I'll hit you another one next game. So as the 0-0 comes in, ball in the dirt, 1-0. So did you know that the world's largest mushroom is over 2,200 years old and covers 2,200 acres and is still growing? So the largest mushroom is
200 acres.
pop up in the infield. Looks like it's going to go right back. Oh no!
What
Ale-
a...
Oh no! It comes
I
right out.
caught
Alexa
it.
Griffin's
Ooh.
hands out of her glove, and Haley Lauder comes up to throw, but cannot get the put out.
I was gonna put it on ESPN, man.
But fun facts for days here as
2,200 acres.
and it's 2,200 years old, but 2,200 acres and still growing to this day. So fun facts for my sister-in-law, Melissa Warren. She's just fun facts for days. Food scientist, by the way. So number 12 up to the dish. Ground ball to the shortstop. Going to look the runner, not all the way back. So that's going to be a 6-3. Wellesley's going to come across the diamond. And it looks like, I really hope that's not a high ankle sprain on the base runner. And
That's the highlighter himself. Oh, there it is. There it is.
so like we said before, we're hoping that Avery Shepard looks like she's all right. She's stretching that out. But we have head athletic trainer Andrew Welch. And if you're listening out here and you're an athletic trainer and you want to be a part of the Skyhawks athletics, we have a spot for you in the Skyhawks athletics. And we need another trainer. 19 sports. We have 18 right now. Get ready to add women's flag football for the 19th sport here in West Point, Georgia. So pitch coming in from Raleigh Thorne.
I'm sure Andrew will appreciate
Oh! Ow! And that's why they call it the hot corner down there at third base. So if I'm the scorekeeper, I'm giving that a hit. That's a base hit down there. And Sky Lofton just can't handle that. That's going to be an RBI single to score Avery Shepard and make it a 12-5 ball game.
You gotta walk that one off. That's one of those.
I don't know if that hit off for the fingertips or what, but that ball was coming in hot.
Yeah.
As the human highlighter, I guess, was sticking in the dugout of the away team. I didn't see him that time. I'm just saying, I did not see him.
No, I thought he was already back at our.
And I must admit, my wife out there with a new hat on, like, I don't have that hat. Like,
I think you should
I really should get that beanie.
you should get that hat.
You know what she calls it? She calls it a toboggan.
Toboggan.
Would you call it a beanie or a toboggan?
A beanie.
A beanie. That's what I would call it.
That's a beanie.
But she's from Chattanooga, and she calls it a toboggan. Okay, I got another one better for you. As Sky Lofton looks like she's okay, which is great to see. At a grocery store, the things that you push, what do you call them?
Shopping cart.
A shopping cart.
She calls it a buggy, doesn't
she?
she?
Calls it a buggy. She calls it a buggy. And I'm guilty now because I call it a buggy now too. It's just
the influence. No, I understand. I'm not going to hold that against you.
as we have 2 outs here, Raleigh Thorne in the circle for your Skyhawks. They're going to give time to the better for the Nighthawks. That's going to be, looks like number 6, Adriana Killingsworth, as she's going to swing and foul one back, the Sacramento, California native.
Coming out of Capital Christian High School from the capital of California there.
I'm proud that you know that.
That is sent to center field to Haley Liner. She catches it with the underhand. Smooth catch and throw there by Liner. However, it will result
That's
in
tough right there. So and that's one thing, especially being a baseball guy. This is a smaller field, but it'd be nice to keep her at first base. Even though we have 2 outs, we'd still be able to have, a potential force out at second and at first. So, that you want to keep that force out, but now you got runners in scoring position. And with Villabado up to bat, the catcher from New Mexico. So, New Mexico.
Another capital there,
Albuquerque. And she sends that to Devin Foster. Looks like she's going to misplay that a little bit. And, and the throw's going to get past catcher Gabrielle Riley.
That will be 2
2 more runs.
Extending the lead out to 9.
14-5. So, if you're Skyhawks right here, the word of the day is pretty much minimize damage. So, we need it out here, and you got 3 outs left at the bottom of the 7th. Do the most what you got. Pitch coming in from Raleigh Thorne.
gets past the third baseman there, Lofton.
Another base hit. Was that number 66 that just hit that?
Yes.
So that's number 66, Anne-Marie McAfee.
Who hit that homer earlier.
I'm not sure she's related to Pat McAfee, but I'm just saying, though, like, that's another hit for her today. I mean, she's coming off the bench and making it happen. Like,
most definitely, as now number 13 for the Skyhawks, Emma Kilgo, another senior from Crossville, Alabama, also from Lurleen B. Wallace.
Lurleen B. Wallace. So let's take a look right now. So as we pull up our stats. So this is going to be her first time in the circle
had a few
this
classes
season
with her as she is an exercise science major.
Exercise science major. So you had a few classes with her, so that's great. So now, as we have a little time, let me hit you with one more, since one more fun fact, and I hope my sister-in-law listens to this.
We got time.
So one of her fun facts is honey never spoils. Did you know that? So honey never spoils.
I did know that.
It has a indefinite shelf life.
I did know that.
I learned that last night. So fun fact of the day.
That's why we always had honey in the drawer.
Always have honey in the drawer.
Always have honey in the drawer.
See?
It goes bad. Yeah.
So for 2 outs here in the top of the seventh, with your Skyhawks trailing 14-5.
That is popped up there. And
Sabrina Russell cannot get to it as she dives in foul territory. And if you hear my co-host, he's sucking on a Sonic cup trying to finish his last drop. But that's going to be a foul ball, 0-1.
Shout
2
out to
outs.
Sonic there and,
shout out to Sonic.
Lynette.
And in Lynette, we're looking for sponsors. And sponsors help get us new gear, help us with our travel, and will help us get some more scholarships because
Yes.
we're looking to compete in championships in the southern states. So ball coming in 1-1. So shout out to Sonic if you're listening.
yeah.
I'm all about it. I mean, get some signage and all that. So pitch coming in. It's going to be taken for a ball. But any company, if they're listening, there's got to be somebody who knows a company. And, me personally, I can get them hooked up with a corporate sponsor because I know the person who put together the corporate sponsorship program here at Point University. Pitch coming in.
Listen,
I mean, it would be me, but,
that would now be a 3-1 count here for Miss Kilgo.
And Emma Kilgo looking to get it out right here and get her Lady Skyhawks. That should be called strike.
Making this a full count here. And that is hit into the outfield.
Alexis Griffin drifting back.
And that is over the fence again.
That's going to be a
For the
3-run bomb.
Nighthawks.
3-run homer by number 44. That is him.
As this lead now increases to 12 points.
It'd be runs, but not points. It's okay.
Yeah, 12 runs.
It's
That's
okay.
Right. That's right. My bad. Runs, my bad.
We're learning. So, and Alexis Griffin, she went all the way she could, just ran out of real estate out there.
Yeah, just like with Liner in that earlier home run, just ran out of real estate there. As now we have number 11, Grace Hodges up to bat.
She's back up again. She's done some damage today.
As that is hit right past the third baseman into the outfield for a single base hit.
So that's going to put a runner at first with number 7, Haley Stewart, coming to the dish. So want to talk about the preseason poll a little bit. So this was actually done November 2nd, 2022. They haven't come out with the official one this year, but Oklahoma City is going to be the top number 1. They won it last year.
Defending national champs, all right.
Drove out by number 7, It's going to be a base hit. Haley Lyer's going to field it in. And what we just talked about, as she tries to get the runner at third, instead the batter runner is now at second base.
Yep.
Okay, so
Now
we're
they're
going to go
in
through.
position again.
So we're just going to we'll just do top 5. So we have Oklahoma City, Mobile, Science and Arts from Oklahoma, Southeastern from Florida, Freed Harmon from Tennessee.
Science and arts.
They're a good softball program. They are. And Tennessee Wesleyan comes in at 9. So, you got some great softball teams on that list. As looks like we're getting another runner out second base, or she come. And looks like he's at number 5.
Leah Grant, junior from Newport Richey, Florida.
Newport Richey, Florida. Pasco Hernando State College. A really good baseball school. I don't know about softball. I guess I need to look that up. But, great, they redid their baseball field down at Pasco Hernando to look like the national championship field so that they can play at the national championship field. Haven't made it to the World Series yet, but their field sets up just like the World Series.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a good idea, though. Pitch coming in. Oh, it's going to be a ball outside.
Avery Shepard. His first pitch is a ball.
Pitch coming in, 1-0, and that's going to be
Popped up there and caught with ease.
so Alexis Griffin's going to get the third out of the inning, but the Nighthawks extend their lead to 17-5 as the Lady Skyhawks. They got to get some work done in the bottom of the 7th, trailing 17-5. All right, ready?
Yep.
And welcome back to West Point, Georgia, as your Skyhawks are down 17-5 here in the bottom of the 7th. And Sabrina Russell's going to lead off looking – we got to get some runners on.
Yes.
And, walks, hits, hit by pitch, whatever we can get to get on base here. Pitch coming in. And that's going to be a ball. So right here, they're probably going to try to extend, take till they get a strike here, and just see what they can get. They get a pitch. As one of our production people is just mocking everything I do. She's pretty funny. As one of our volleyball players.
She thinks she's pretty funny.
And ground ball to the shortstop is going to be a 6-3 put out.
Nah, love Sam. Best production worker we got.
And we're very fortunate here with Tia Coleman stepping to the dish that everything we do in a sports information side is with our student athletes. So right now we have over 50 student athletes that have done something within the last, since the fall with sports. It's pretty amazing. Called strike, 0-1.
Some more than others.
Some more than others. Best comment right there. Pitch coming in on the 0-1.
Yeah, no, we got a big team, and we always make it work within the team.
Oh, is she off the bag? She is not. Field umpire is going to call Tia Coleman out on the ground ball.
Sledding today here for Miss Coleman.
But the good news is we have a game too.
We do have a game.
So we live to play another game.
And,
so
if you're watching, game 2 was supposed to start at 6. However, we had a little issues
It's
at the beginning, and then
but honestly, the issues that we had on our speaker issue had nothing
Yeah.
to do with the
No,
game.
nothing to do
We
with
were
the
waiting
game.
for the umpires to show up as our game got
Yeah.
pushed back to 3:30 a day. Pitch coming into Alexis Griffin. That's a ball. And then you're going to have that anytime you have a game get pushed back and umpires change. But big shout out. I'm sure our athletic director, Janelle White, our VP of athletics, Janelle White, is listening. Pitch coming in.
that is hit.
It's going to be a base hit to keep
Nice
this game
hit there.
going. So she's actually in Jacksonville, Alabama for her daughter who plays for Lynette High School. She's a sophomore at Lynette High School, and they are, still playing, trying to get to that state championship.
Shout out Lynette. Good luck to the girls and guys who are both competing for a potential state title.
And bring it back. So number 8, Devin Foster, who had a triple last time at bat, with 2 outs with Alexis Griffin, Slink, as they call her, at first base. Foul ball. Looks like that's going to be in the creek. They need to probably. Have you ever seen when they go get foul balls here?
Yes.
They go bring like one of those little like a swimmer, like a skimmer. They bring a skimmer out there to go get the balls. It's pretty genius.
I definitely ain't touching that water with how cold it is today. Not that no.
It's going to be a ball to Devin Foster. Now, you've been here. Have you ever seen how high the water gets here?
Yes.
Back there. So, about a year ago, I was up here. It was all the way top to where that walkway was. And that's when they let the dam open up, and they just bring the water through.
Nah, it gets pretty high up here.
Going to be a foul ball out.
When we get those weeks where it rains like all week.
Well, 1-2 count. Now, in my opinion, it's always beautiful at West Point, Georgia. So if you're selling this to an athlete, you have an opportunity to come, play the sport you love, at a small Christian-based school.
Small Christian-based school. Listen, small classrooms, do not take those for granted because, you
Ball
can
high.
be at the classroom with your number.
Oh, absolutely.
20-something.
And I went to a school where, in one of my lecture hall, we had close to 400 students in that lecture hall. So when you have student athletes who, majority of us, everybody here is student athletes, 2-2 coming in, you want that kind of relationship with your professor.
As that will be caught by the left fielder.
That's going to be the final out here in Game 1 as your Skyhawks are going to take the 17-5 loss in Game 1. Do you have any final thoughts about Game 1 before we come back? We're
Definitely not something we are accustomed to seeing. However, like we kept saying, there is a Game 2, and they did build momentum towards that Game 2. But I do want to ask you something, since you are a baseball coach. If you are the coach right now, if you're Coach Tyler, if you're even Coach Bowles, what is the message you are sending to the ladies?
I think the biggest message right here, they got outplayed. They got outplayed this game. The mental mistakes showed early in the game, and that kind of just, amplified throughout the game. But they never quit. They were able to put up 5 runs. They scored 2 in the 4th, added 2 more later. You got to start early. This is your home field. You need to get a split here. Great teams. And that's one thing that we talked about the Skyhawks. They have to be able to get these, sweeps,
Right.
playing teams. But you're here playing – you're trying to get a split. You need to get a split today against a good Thomas team. Give them credit in the world.
Yeah.
They've opened up the season 4-1. And they got some hitters, and they got good pitching that they make their pitches.
Yeah, no, this team is definitely talented. Can't wait to see what we do next game.
We see what we do next game, and I have all the faith in our young ladies that they're going to come out and they're going to put up a W in this game. So you're looking for a good performance. Temperatures are going to drop Game 2. They're going to drop a little bit, but both teams have to play in it.
Yes.
So it's going to be, I'm pretty – I think Giles will probably be in the circle this game. I haven't looked down the bullpen, but, get a good start out of Caitlin Giles, who had a great last 2 starts. She got a win last time. The outing before that, she took the loss in a 3-1 ball game against Stillman, but she's had good stuff, minus her first outing. So if we get a good outing from her and get some good offensive performances, I'm assuming Devin Foster's probably going to be back in the lineup from Game 2, having another triple.
Yeah.
And get her clicking with a Leinert, with the Taylor Knight. This could be a fun Game 2 to watch. But if you're listening back home, a lot of good seats remaining here in Skyhawk Nation. The concession stand is rocking with hot chocolate. Please don't pour it on me. I got hot dogs, nachos, candy down there. come out here and support your Lady Skyhawks. Got anything to add?
No, just look forward to see our girls play in game 2.
And I might have some more fun facts for you in game 2. Got some more fun facts. There we go. We need some more fun facts for game 2. So, from West Point, Georgia, we'll see you at the start of game 2.